In this video, I'm going to show you the quickest and the cheapest way to get yourself set up with your own website. My name is Ian, and along with my partner Vanessa, I run House Sitting Magazine, the website you can see here on the screen. And while this video is intended for house sitters who wish to set up their own house sitter profile website, it is relevant to anyone who wants to set up a website for whatever reason. This is the basics of registering your domain name and getting set up with website hosting. So whether you're looking at setting up an e-commerce store, or whether you're wanting to set up a blog just for friends and family, or you're wanting to write on a particular topic, then getting your website set up is the first step, and this is the quickest and simplest way to do it. I'm going to try and run through things quite quickly. This is a quick overview, and if you're good with technology and you're pretty savvy, then you should be able to follow this and get set up. If you want more in-depth explanations of each of the steps as we go through, we do have that on our website here, housesittingcourses.com. And if you come to House Sitting Courses and click the My Courses link, you don't even need to log in to do this. Down at the bottom you'll find Get the Best House Sits with Your Own Personal House Sitter Website. And what I've done is I've made the first module, which is 10 videos. There's 4 chapters, a total of 10 videos, all available without needing to log in and without any payment for the course. So you can access these 10 videos, which will take you in more detail through the steps I'm going to show you now. So let's get started with the basics of a website. And there are 3 parts to a website. There's the domain name, which on this website is House Sitting Courses, or on our other website is House Sitting Magazine. The domain name is like if we use setting up a business as an analogy, the domain name is like your business name. You have to register your business name. The same with the domain. You need to register your domain name. The second part of it is hosting, which we can think of as our business premises. You need to rent a business premises. Similarly, you need to rent a location on the internet where your business will be hosted, where people can come and find the files and content of your website. And the third part of your website is that content. It's like your product. It's the things you fill your store with once you set yourself up in business. And your content can be information, entertainment, or can be actual products that you sell. So we'll jump right into the first part of the 3 parts that we're going to cover, registering your domain name. Now, there are many companies that do this. The one we recommend is called Namecheap, and the link here, housesittingmagazine.com/Namecheap, will take you to the Namecheap website. It is an affiliate link. It is how we offer content like this for free, and how we keep the magazine free is by using affiliate links. So you won't pay any more by using this link, but we get a little commission from Namecheap, and it helps us to keep things free for you. So I'll put this link below the video, or you can simply go to housesittingmagazine.com and then add on the end /Namecheap, and that'll bring you here. Namecheap is where you're going to search for your domain name, and then when you find the domain name that you want, you're going to register that domain name. And it's very simple to do. You come straight here. Our link will bring you straight to the main page of Namecheap here. We'll just refresh that so you can see. And you can see it comes up with our affiliate code up here. In the search box here, this is where you type the domain name you're searching for. Now we're going to suggest using a .com domain name. It's going to offer you all sorts of .orgs, .nets, .com.au. Don't go for any of those. Stick with the generic .com, internationally recognized domain name. So let's have a look. In here we just search whatever domain that we think might be suitable for us and put in the .com there to tell it that's the one that you're searching for. So fulltimehousesitters.com. I know this one is going to be taken, it's going to be unavailable because I already own it. So you can see here at the top the big X, Full-Time House Sitters. It was registered in 2017. It was actually registered at GoDaddy.com. We used to use GoDaddy as our domain name registration company, but Namecheap we found to be better, to be cheaper, and they offer an extra which I'll show you in a minute, which you don't get with GoDaddy. So better deal all round. So that one's not available. Let's go back to Namecheap and look for something that is, and I'm just going to use as an example something like Robson's on the Road. Let's assume you're a house sitting couple or a house sitting family called Robson, of course, and you want the website name Robson's on the Road. And a quick search will reveal that yes, Robson's on the Road is available, and it's going to offer it to you at $8.88 per year as our initial purchase price. And it's as simple as then adding this to the cart, going to the cart. It's going to offer you all sorts here. Do you want web hosting? Do you want positive SSL? Do you want email? You don't want any of this. You just want to register your domain name here. So go straight through to the view cart. And what I'm going to suggest you do here is you can change how long you register the domain for. You can go up as far as 10 years, but I'm going to suggest a minimum of 3 years for your registration. You can, if you want to lock in some longer term savings, go longer than this, but go to a minimum of 3 years, and you can see my price now is going to come out at $32.88 for 3 years, and I can confirm that order. I'll explain why 3 years when we get to the hosting. Now here it's simply a matter of setting up an account. So if you don't already have an account with Namecheap, you set up your account here, over here on the right, create an account with username, password, first name, last name, email, create your account and continue. Once you've created your account, it's just a matter then of going through to payment, making your payment, and your domain name is registered. Simple as that. Hosting. Now we're going to use a different company for hosting the website. The reason for that is flexibility. If you use a different registration company to hosting company, you have a lot more flexibility in how you operate, and if you want to make changes in the future. You can use the hosting company to register. It's probably going to cost you more. You could use a registration company for hosting. They probably don't offer such good hosting. So we're going to use the best companies for each part of the equation here. So for hosting, we're using a company called SiteGround. Now I've been using SiteGround for almost 3 years, and they're great. Great hosting, great prices, and superb customer service if you run into any problems. So again, the link, our affiliate link, is housesittingmagazine.com/SiteGround. Again, you won't pay any extra if you use our link, but we will get a little commission as thanks for sending business SiteGround's way. And of course, we wouldn't recommend any services that we don't use ourselves. So I actually use Namecheap to register all my domain names now, and I use SiteGround for my hosting and will continue to do so for the foreseeable future. Here at SiteGround, they will show you prices depending on where you are in the world. They look at your IP address and give you local prices. So for me here, they're going to show me UK pounds, as I'm currently in the UK. If you're in America, if you're in the States, they'll show you US dollars. If you're in Australia, it'll be Australian dollars, and so on. Now, for your hosting, There are 3 packages. SiteGround offer 3 packages: Startup, Grow Big, Go Geek. You'll only need one of the first 2. Startup is ideal if you are confident you're only ever going to have one website. If you think you may have more than one website, then the Grow Big offers unlimited websites. You can upgrade at a later date, but it costs more when you upgrade. So pick wisely here at the start. If you think there's any chance of having more than one website, go for the Grow Big. If you're confident you're only going to have your one website, the startup package will be absolutely ideal. So for this example, we'll go for the startup package. At step 2 here, it's going to ask you to choose a domain. So tell it here that we already have a domain. We registered our domain in the previous step at Namecheap. Now tell it we already have a domain. Now if I try to use Robson's on the Road, it's going to know that hasn't been registered. So here I'm going to use one that I have registered, fulltimehousesitters.com, and proceed with that. There's already an account with that username, so it's already set up, but that's okay. When you put in your newly registered domain name here, it will let you proceed to the next step. And once at the next step, again, it's simply a matter of setting up an account with username, password, and all of your relevant details, and then paying for the registration. Simple as that. For the hosting. In the hosting, it's going to give you again an option for 1 to 3 years. Pick 3 years to lock in their introductory prices for 3 years, same as you did with Namecheap. And that's the reason we chose 3 years at Namecheap. You're going to have 3 years of domain name registration paid for, 3 years of hosting paid for as well. And once this first sort of technical setup part is done, you won't have to do any more of this for the next 3 years. It'll all be done and sorted. Okay, so now that we've bought our domain name and we've bought our hosting too, it's time to connect the two together and get them set up to get our website ready to start. So what I've done now is I've logged in to the SiteGround account I created when I bought the domain name, and it's brought me to the SiteGround. It's my.siteground.com. It's brought me to the home page. You'll get all these login details in an email when you purchase your hosting. So on the home page here, it's quite possible that you will already be set up with the website. If you've told it at the stage of buying that you're hosting, you've told SiteGround your domain name, it will have already set up that domain for you. But if not, there is a set up site option here. And for me, we're setting up an existing domain because of course we've bought it and it now exists. So we're going to set up the domain name and continue with that. As I say, you probably won't have to do this. This will already be ready to go. Okay, it's just telling me make sure I have access to that domain. And now it's asking me if I want to migrate a website, which is bring in a website from somewhere else or start a new website. I'm just going to skip for now and create an empty site. Do I want SG Site Scanner, £24 a year, $24 a year? No, I don't. So nothing to add there, and we can finish up. It's going to take a couple of minutes, perhaps less, and as I say, you're probably not going to need to do this step at all, but I'm just showing it in case you do, or if you want to add another website later on. So what you're going to need here, and I'll show you later how to get this elsewhere as well, this is what are called your name servers. And these are signposts that can tell tell people where your website is. And we're going to use these signposts back over at Namecheap to tell Namecheap where to come and find our website, where our hosting is, so that Namecheap knows where our website is hosted. So you'll see they're the same, NS1 and NS2, with the rest that follows that. So we can copy this, Control and C to copy NS1. Now we're going back over to Namecheap, where I've logged into my Namecheap account here, and I'm simply going to go to my account dashboard. And again, this will be set up. You'll get login details once you've bought your domain with Namecheap. You can see I've got several different domain names here, and the one we're using as our example, Full-Time House Sitters, is the top one here, and I need to go to the Manage button. So when you log into your dashboard, click on Manage. Down here you'll find Nameservers, and at the moment I've got Namecheap Web Hosting, the basic Namecheap Web Servers or Nameservers. I'm going to change that to Custom DNS, Custom Domain Name Servers. And Nameserver 1, I'm going to paste in our Nameserver 1 from SiteGround, copy Nameserver 2, back over, add those, and all I've got to do is click the Save button here, which is the little green tick, and it's going to tell me my name servers have been updated. That's it, all done at Namecheap. My name servers have been changed to point at SiteGround. Namecheap now knows that my website will be hosted at this location at SiteGround. We're done with Namecheap. Back over in SiteGround here, there's a couple of things, a couple of little jobs to do, and we'll find that on the Manage Site button. You can also get to that via Websites here, and then Site Tools. It's going to take you to the same place. So when you log in, you arrive at the home page here, click on Websites, here's the website we've set up, and click on Site Tools. And this brings you to the your SiteGround Tools area, which is the user interface to get yourself properly set up here. It's tools.siteground.com, but simply clicking that Site Tools link will bring you here. And again, here you will find your name servers. This is where you get your name servers. If you didn't get that original screen before, come into your Site Tools and find your name servers here to copy them into Namecheap. Couple of jobs to do in here. The first thing we're going to do is set up our website security, which is when you look at most sites you will see a little padlock symbol here which tells you the connection is secure. And if you look at the actual website link here, you'll see it's HTTPS secure. Same over here. If you look at the actual address, it is a secure website. This is either called HTTPS or SSL security, or your SSL security certificate. And the certificate here needs to be valid. So what we're going to do is set up website security. This is the new modern protocol, and you need to do this. And one of the great things about SiteGround is they include this at no extra cost. So in your menu at the left hand side, come into security, click SSL Manager, and this may already be set up and active for you. Usually they set this up as you set up your website. SiteGround set this up for you. So look at the bottom here, and where it says Manage SSL, if you've already got active, you're good to go. If not, then here you select your domain and you would select Let's Encrypt, click that, and again everything will be set up automatically for you, but it says it's already current. Fantastic. The other little thing to do here is go to HTTPS enforce and just turn that on. It makes your whole website secure and won't allow any insecure content on your website. It makes it good for Google search, just adds an extra layer of security. Okay, job done. We've sorted out our website security. The last thing we need to do, and then we're ready to start building our website, is to install the framework that we're going to build our website on. And that framework is called WordPress. So again, we'll close, can we close security? No. We'll open WordPress here and very simply choose the install and manage. It's offering you WordPress and WordPress with WooCommerce. WooCommerce is if you're building an e-commerce store, but you can add that at a later date. So we're just going to do a simple WordPress installation here. It's already set up for us. It's told us the domain name we're going to use. If you had more than one domain name here, you could pick the other one. The installation path, you don't need to do anything here. Just leave that exactly as it is. The language. They've got starter plugins for quick setup. I'm not that keen on them. You can leave them in, you can turn them off later on, but for me, I just turn this off at the moment. And for the course, for the rest of the course content, if you're going to follow that for building your website, you don't need these starter plugins. Here we need to set ourselves a username. It can be anything you like as your username, a password, and your email address. And once that's done, you're ready to click install. Once you've installed, in fact we'll do that now, so let's see. Okay, username, password, email address, and it's done. That was quick. So when you come to this page, the install and manage WordPress, again your check is down at the bottom here, and it shows we already have WordPress installed on our website, Full-Time House Sitters. So don't check here first. If this is done, you don't need to install a new WordPress account. You already have it on your website. The current version 5.3.2 as at the time of making this video. And that's it for SiteGround as well. So we've set up our domain name, we've set up our hosting, we've changed our Nameservers to point at our hosting, we've set up a security certificate, and we've installed WordPress. And to get to your WordPress admin panel where you're going to build your website, you have the login to the admin panel here, which will take you to the back end of your website. Here we are inside the WordPress dashboard, ready to start building our website. And if I right click here, I can actually see the basic bare bones website without any content yet added. Here it is. So we edit in the dashboard and we view actually live on the internet, Full-Time House Sitters. And building the website follows in module 2 of the course, or you can find information all over the internet about using WordPress and building a website with WordPress. One final thing. If you used our affiliate links for registering your domain at Namecheap and you used our affiliate link for buying your hosting at SiteGround, I will happily give you the rest of our course. It normally costs $47, but if you send me an email at ian@housesittingmagazine and you tell me you've registered your domain name and you've bought your SiteGround hosting through our links, I will add you to our course's website and give you free access to the rest of the course, which will take you through the exact steps of how to build your house sitter profile website. Thank you. I hope this was wasn't too difficult to do. Shoot me an email again if you have any problems at all, and I'll try and help you as best as I can. Thank you, and good luck with your websites.